The request came as a surprise to me, but it also left me a bit tense. I was never a good dancer, yet the gorgeous man was asking me to do so with him in front of other people. Normally, I wouldn't have given a damn. However, the people in attendance were of a sophisticated class. I didn't want to embarrass myself in front of the elites of society. After a careful debate with my inner conscience, I decided to risk it. I took the man's still waiting hand and allowed him to guide me to the area that made up the dance floor. Great. He led us right to the middle. As if on cue, the dozen musicians began their symphony of notes. I recognized the tune as Waltz 2 by Dmitri Shostakovich. I remember being obsessed with the song when I was a child. I would have danced with the air, as I pretended that it was my partner that I could only see or feel. My current partner was very real, and to be honest, quite attractive. Even under the mask, I could tell that the man had strong masculine features. His silver mask gave him the appearance of a royal knight. Now where's his mighty steed? I thought humorously. He led the dance gracefully, and surprisingly, I managed to follow along with no incident. I subdivided the off beats in my head as I calculatedly placed my feet at the intended spots at the right time. The man even spun me and dipped me low. Just as quickly, I was pulled back up, and my face was right up to the masked man's. We continued to dance as he spoke.
What's your plan for your assignment, Agent Moore?
I gave him a look of confusion. How did you know? He gave a breathtaking smile.
I'm a seeker agent myself, a tracker. I'm after the same man as you are, and I believe that we can help each other,
he said fluidly. I nodded at him. I'm listening.
The concert starts in 25 minutes. From what I heard, Mr. Hill likes to show off his newly gained wealth, especially to young, attractive women such as yourself.
I felt a small blush creep on my face, and was thankful for my mask. I had a feeling of what he wanted me to do.
Luckily you're here. I was thinking that you could go and see what he's up to.
A nerve went off in my head as I recalled my earlier conversation with the Guardian. I can't believe I have to do this, I said miserably. Delta sighed lightly.
This is just one possibility. I'm not saying to jump right in, but if it's an easier way of confronting Martin Hill, then you should do so.
Did I mention that I hate this plan? I asked sarcastically.
Yeah, about 4 times.
Delta replied.
Anyways, whatever method you pick, you have to confront Hill before the concert starts. If you don't, there's a high chance he'll sneak out during the performance.
I raised an eyebrow at him. And what'll you be doing?
I'll be securing the perimeter, making sure no unwanted guests are around. When you've got Hill comfortable and preferably alone with you, I'll make my move.
I sighed. I'm tempted to just threaten to shoot his daddy bags unless he comes with us. An amused expression formed on Delta's face.
That would probably make our jobs much easier.
I involuntarily sighed, but quickly caught myself. The masked man simply gave me an amused expression. I took the time to observe his face closely. He looked familiar. Abruptly, he pulled away from me. I hadn't even realized that we were right by the doors that led to the private rooms. The tracker must have slowly led us here during our dance.
We have to act fast, Agent Moore. It's vital that we execute this perfectly, which is why you'll be going in now.
I nodded grimly, displeased with the fact that I couldn't confront Hill by other means. It's now or never, I said. The tracker pointed to one of the doors.
Martin Hill isn't there. You have to go in and act like you're interested in him. He won't be able to resist you. Mind you, I can certainly see why.
He chuckled as he visibly gave me a look over. I was proud of myself for not ducking my head from the attention. If the tracker considered me as attractive, then surely seducing Hill would be a piece of cake. Inconspicuously, I took a deep breath and slowly made my way to the double doors. I really dreaded what I had to do. I felt a hand on my shoulder, and turned around to see the tracker.
I know that you don't like this plan. Believe me, I hate it just as much as you do. However, this is our only chance of catching Hill.
His voice was calm, but his eyes gave way, his discomfort of the plan. My own eyes, narrowed as warning bells at the back of my mind, kept telling me that I knew the man. The tracker only met me less than 15 minutes ago, yet he acted like we were close partners. His eyes were so familiar, yet I couldn't place the answer. The double doors collided with my back as they opened. A woman in a questionable cocktail dress came out, looking like she could barely stand on her own. I raised an eyebrow as I took in her appearance. This was an orchestra performance, lady, not a strip club. I shook my head and looked around me, only to see that the tracker was gone. I looked around me in confusion. Where did he go? The doors opened again, letting out a bald man who appeared to be in his late 30s. He was dressed in a very expensive suit and had a thick gold ring on his middle finger. My eyes narrowed in on my prey. He was the one. He caught me looking at him, and then gave me a really creepy smile.
Hello there, gorgeous. Want to come in? I've got a lot of cash.
He smiled crookedly. Even his voice annoyed me. Inwardly, I rolled my eyes at his cockiness. I almost said a rude remark, but the urge vanished as the tracker's plan attacked my mind like vultures. I inconspicuously took a deep breath before I smiled sweetly at him. Why, I'd love to go in with you, I replied as seductively as I could. I even gave him a look that I assumed was sexy. Apparently it worked, because Martin Hill automatically wrapped his arms around me. I had to suppress the urge to slap it off, and boy, was it hard. Absently listening to him, I allowed myself to be led into the private rooms. I remembered going in, hoping that whatever would have happened, that Martin Hill, my bad luck wouldn't come out.